growing sweet potatoes and making your own sweet potato slips from a store-bought sweet potato. Today we're going to show you how you can grow your own sweet potatoes and how you can make your own sweet potato slips from a store-bought sweet potato. It is easy, it is simple, and you'll have your own homegrown sweet potato slips in no time. With this method, you can take one sweet potato bought at the store and turn it into many sweet potato slips. So many that you have to share with your family and friends and neighbors and colleagues. If you want to know our trick for growing the most sweet potato slips, you got to make sure to watch this video to the end, and I will let you know our secret. 5 steps to make your own sweet potato slips. Step 1, buy a sweet potato. To make your own sweet potato slips, all you need is one sweet potato. But make sure to check the end of this video so we can tell you exactly which kind of sweet potato you need to use. Anyway, all you need is one store-bought sweet potato, a glass jar with water, and a bamboo stick or 3 toothpicks. That's all. That's all you need. Step 2. Put bamboo sticks or toothpicks in your sweet potato. It is this simple. All you need to do is look at the sweet potato and look at your jar of water. You want part of the sweet potatoes to stick down and you want part of it to be up. So you want to figure out where you're going to put these sticks in. The sticks are just to hold it up. So I would say just about here. So I'm going to make a hole. I'm going to make a hole right here. And you're going to take, if you have a bamboo stick and you break it into 3, you only have 1 sharp one. So make the holes for the sharp one. Just make 3 holes. Just stick into the already made hole. Hold on to the sweet potato. There we go. Before we move on, I want to take a moment to thank all of you watching. We truly appreciate all of you for being here and watching our videos, for wanting to grow your own food, and for wanting to make the earth a little greener. Please consider hitting that like button and supporting us by subscribing, saving the video, sharing it with your friends and family. Anytime you support the Dancing Tweezers Family Farm channel, you also support our dream of expanding the Dancing Tweezers Family Farm. Step 3, put your sweet potato in water. We put the sweet potato into the water. Make sure you have water to the edge. And then all you need to do is make sure to change this water every few days. And soon you will have sweet potato slips growing up. So make sure that your glass jar is bigger than your sweet potato, because you want to have room for the slips to come up the sides. We'll show you, but that's important. You're going to put this glass jar with sweet potatoes inside in bright light but indirect light. You don't want to put it right where the sun goes, but up somewhere where you get indirect light from the window. That's where we're going to go put ours. After just one day in water, a sweet potato is beginning to set roots. But what we're really looking for is the green growth that'll come above the waterline. Those are the sweet potato slips that we'll be using to grow more sweet potatoes with. Step 4, pull off the sweet potato slips. So now you see how we've got roots and we've got suckers coming up. Step 5, put your sweet potato slips in water for a few days. I'm going to dip off as many of these suckers with as much root as possible. Some of them already have roots, but if you put them in a separate glass of water, the roots will develop more and they'll grow. There's another one. Some of them have big roots already, but I would like them to develop a little bit more before I put them out. So I'll just pick up as much as I can. And this is what I'm left with. I've switched to water, and now I'm just gonna get the roots in the sweet potato and the actual sweet potato, put it back in the water, and we're gonna put it back up in the indirect sunlight together with this glass full of sweet potato slips, so these slips can get to develop a little bit more, get some more leaves, develop more roots. In a day or two, I'm going to start putting these sweet potato slips in the ground. 2 days later, and you can see the sweet potato is still growing lots of new potato slips. And the slips that we put in water the other day, they've grown more roots and they've gotten bigger. I'm going to take a couple of these sweet potato slips and put in a separate glass with water for my plant friend Linda. And the rest we're going to plant in the fruit forests. So these are going to go to Linda's house, and these I'm going to plant. This sweet potato is not going to go inside in its regular place where it's warm with indirect sunlight, and we're going to switch the water maybe once or twice a week. We will keep on getting more sweet potato slips for a month or 2 months, or until we start seeing signs of rot. Then we'll toss it and put it in the compost bin. Now we're in the fruit forest, and we have this banana circle, or should I say half banana circle, where we have been composting the soil, and we've raised it up maybe about a foot from where it was. So this is all mulch, leaves, whatever clippings from the garden we've had, and I'm going to plant 2 of the slips in this bed. Just going to place it and compost the wood chips. There's another one. I'm going to put this on the other side. And 2 potato slips will do a whole lot. I'm not going to put too many slips in these beds because they're relatively new. When you plant your sweet potato slips, wait until the danger of frost and freeze have passed, then just plant them out just like we just did right here. And make sure to water them. And they will take off in no time. And they'll soon take over the entire area. See, I just planted 2 right here. These bananas are still recovering from winter. See, one is getting a new leaf. Just make sure to plant your sweet potato slips in some loose soil or compost, and they will be happy and give you lots of sweet potato leaves and sweet potatoes. The last 2 sweet potato slips are going to be planted in this very new ice cream banana circle. It's not a complete circle yet, but we're getting there. I'm now going to expect the best results on this bed for the sweet potatoes because it is so new. We've raised this bed up on palmetto branches, palmetto trunks, leaves, branches and a lot of wood chips. So it is about 2.5 feet off the ground so that it won't flood when we get hurricanes, which means there's not the biggest build-up of loose soil for the sweet potato slips to grow in. But we like to plant our sweet potatoes in the banana beds because we have these huge areas where there's nothing growing below the bananas, and if we don't plant something, nature will plant something, which more likely will be something we don't want, something that's not edible. So we're just going to plant sweet potatoes everywhere. They create this beautiful ground cover with edible leaves that we can eat throughout the season, almost all year round. Let's get these last 2 slips in the ground. We actually have 3 slips left. 1 small one, 2, and this big one with lots of roots. So I'm just going to spread them out in between this little banana circle. Take a small hole, the wood chips. And I'm not really that worried about us not having so much soil in here right now, because as we move through the season, we will keep on adding more to this banana circle. There we go. Just make sure the roots are covered more or less. There you go, that's it. Give them some water. Where was the last one? Right here. And they'll start showing new growth within a few days. That is all there is to it. Make your own sweet potato slips, plant them, and eat the leaves throughout the season until it's time to dig up your sweet potatoes. Nature is amazing, isn't it? As promised earlier, I'm going to tell you our #1 tip for how to grow the most sweet potato slips from one store-bought sweet potato. Here it goes. Buy an organic sweet potato. We have experimented with this and it works every time. If you buy this organic sweet potatoes, you will get more slips out of your one sweet potato. And they'll just keep on coming. They'll keep on coming so much that you'll have to share with your friends, your family, your neighbors, your colleagues. And then you'll have to start doing what we do. Start sharing them with volunteers in our community. All of these sweet potatoes came from just a few sweet potato slips. But we love it and we keep on letting them grow. Don't forget that sweet potato leaves are edible. In fact, we believe that they are one of those superfoods no one talks about. We do have a video all about edible sweet potato leaves, so check it out. If you enjoyed this video,
please hit the like button
and subscribe. Support the Dancing Treetops Family Farm so we can keep on growing.